So let's go into number 3. We dealt with number 1, I will lose trust. No, you won't. You will gain trust by being honest. Honest and humble with your kids and treating them like adults. Number 2, I don't want my kid to be different. I don't want my kid to be alone. We've already handled this. If you have an overweight kid, they already are. Stop being afraid of parents' judgment. Stop being afraid of doctors, teachers, parents, siblings, whatever, judging you. Stop. Put your kid first. Put your kid before your feelings. Number 3. This is going to be too hard. Too hard. Right? That's what everybody says. So I have a ton of people in the academy who are 6 weeks in, 8 weeks in. We've had incredible transformations, like we've already shown you Micah, 52 pounds in 8 weeks. We had Crystal, 22 pounds in that same 8 weeks. We had Katie Thompson, who lost 22 pounds in 6 weeks. The Wizard, Josh, who lost 40 pounds in 60 days. 40 pounds in 60 days. All of you thought it was going to be hard at first. You thought it was going to be too hard. Now, the messages I get all the time, I am free. We talk about it in the academy. I am free, right? People are saying, this could not be simpler. I had no idea how complicated my life was. I didn't know until I knew. Now I know. Life is simpler. Because what life used to be is, what's for dinner? Do I have enough ingredients to make Junior's favorite meal? Do I have to stop at the store? Is it a Subway night? Is it a pizza night? Is it a Taco Bell night? Is it a McDonald's night? Is it this, that, the other thing? Well, little Jimmy, he only eats mac and cheese. Little Susie, she only eats Hot Pockets. My stubborn husband only eats steak and mashed potatoes. And my trainer has me eating brown rice and lean chicken breasts. So now I get to make 4 meals. And this Justin guy is telling me that I should just pick a few foods. And somehow that's harder? That's harder. That's way harder, right? Way harder. No! The variety you have is killing you. The variety you have is killing you. It's killing your kids. You know you can do better, but what's the go-to? Well, like I said, little Jimmy likes mac and cheese. Little Susie likes Hot Pockets. Husband loves mashed potatoes. So you say, okay, instead of mashed potatoes, let's do sweet potatoes. Now, we like doing fried chicken as a family, so let's fix this. Let's fix our standard American diet, the SAD diet, by the way, SAD diet, standard American diet. Let's fix it. Instead of fried chicken and white flour and industrial seed oils, vegetable oil, canola oil, we're going to fry our chicken in almond flour and avocado oil. And instead of normal bread, we're going to make almond bread. And instead of normal pasta, we're going to have gluten-free pasta. And we're going to do this, that, the other thing. It's all more expensive. It's all more complicated. You have recipes and ingredients and all this. You're making it too hard. Simplify. Simplify. Do simple. I got in trouble for using profanity. So do simple stuff. Okay? And go to dosimple.com, right? Do simple stuff. Keep it simple, stupid. I've always loved that term. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid, right? So we have testimonies. Day 1, I thought this would be impossible. Now I can't picture going back to it. We had that one quote that was like, my refrigerator is so much simpler. I have so much less in my fridge, but I have so many more options, right? And let me tell you what I mean by this. Let me walk you through a typical kid day. And I have talked to parents, like I said, talked to Josh about this. Josh talked to his friend about it. So what do you have? You have a little kid who wakes up. Tell me how complicated this sounds. Wakes up, cereal, probably skim milk, 1% milk. You might try to switch them to whole milk. Well, I'll just get them off skim milk. And Justin says fat's good, so I'll move them to whole milk, which literally has 12 grams of sugar a cup. Go look at your container of milk and look at how much sugar's in there. It's going to blow your mind, right? So you start them off with a big bowl of sugar with a big dousing serving of more sugar in liquid form. They eat all that sugar, then they go to school and they're super hyper for the first couple hours, and you tell them to sit down and be quiet, roll call, yep, I'm here. A couple hours later, you got to stop for snack time. What's snack time? Goldfish, Fritos, little single serving bags of Doritos, right? Sugar, 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 sugar. Let's spike their sugar back up and hope they'll pay attention, okay? So now you spike their sugar up so you don't have kids sleeping in class. A couple hours later, now it's lunchtime. What's for lunch? Sugar, 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 sugar. White bread, peanut butter and jelly, chicken tenders, maybe if you're lucky. They have pizza. These kids are drinking soda and Capri Sun and Lunchables at school. It's crazy. Apples, bananas, oranges, tangerines, sugar, 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 sugar. Okay, bowl of cereal, milk. Snack time, sugar, carbohydrates. Lunchtime, sugar, carbohydrates, sugar, carbohydrates. Then you get outside, you go run it off, Junior. Go burn off all that sugar. They go outside and run. Let me tell you something right now. These kids, the alone kids, they're not out running. They're finding a place to hide. Fat kids don't run in public. I did, and 2 full-grown adults stopped their car and yelled, "Run, fat boy, run," at me. That's what happened to me. You think I ran again as a fat kid? I went out in recess and ran? Hell no. That didn't happen. No way, right? So these alone kids, these are the ones, they don't go burn off anything. Not to mention, it's been sugar, 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 sugar all day. You could have your kid go run a marathon, and he's not going to burn off the sugar that he's eaten that entire day, in half a day, in 6 hours, right? So they have lunch, go to recess, there's another snack time somehow. In elementary schools, there's like another snack time. Here's another granola bar or Fritos or whatever else, right? Then they get home from school. What's the first thing they do? They run to the refrigerator, run to the cabinets, the cupboards for snack time. They need their after-school snack. God forbid they go an hour without eating carbohydrates. So they get their after-school snack, which is a granola bar or pizza. When I used to get home from school, I'd do pizza bagels. Me and my brother would do pizza bagels in the toaster oven, right? Or I'd do Pop-Tarts again after school. Like, I want these brown cinnamon Pop-Tarts after school, right? Awesome. Great. More sugar, 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 sugar. A couple hours later, it's dinner time. Now, you know your kids are picky, so you only give your kids what they want. Chicken tenders or pizza or whatever. Like I said, little Susie only eats Hot Pockets. Jimmy only eats mac and cheese. He's too picky. Well, it's better than nothing. Letting him eat his mac and cheese is better than nothing. No, it's not. Let your kid fast. Way better than eating mac and cheese. I promise you. One of them can cause cancer. The other one can prevent it. Which one do you think is which? Think about it. Sugar, 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 sugar. All day long, screens, laptops, phones, iPad, this, suppressing melatonin levels, blue light all day long, sit down, shut up, fluorescent lights in school, sugar, 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 sugar. Guess what, kid? It's bedtime. If you come out of that room, you're grounded. Does this feel easy or complicated to you? It's sugar all day long. Why do you think kids are so much work? Think about it. You're setting yourself up for failure. And I can see this from the outside looking in because I'm not a parent. Because everybody likes to tell me, you don't know what it's like. Their behavior is up and down and up and down. And one day they're an angel and another day they're crazy. You're spiking their blood sugar all day long. You're giving them injections all day. Literally. They don't stand a chance with their behavior. They don't stand a chance. There's no chance of them staying focused. There's no chance of them being in a good mood all the time, right? So think about it, and here's how we know this, right? Think about your day as an adult. Wake up, grab a bagel, try to grab a shower, try to get the kids ready, have a mocha choco latte bullshit from Starbucks, right? Drink that stuff down, get to work, and then a couple hours later, you're crashing. You're getting that midday crash, 5-hour energy when that came out. Avoid the midday crash, 5-hour energy. That's their whole marketing thing. A midday crash is a well-known thing. Midday crash, you need to go get another cup of coffee. What do other moms and dads have? They get hangry, right? Boyfriends like to joke about their girlfriend getting hangry. Wives like to talk about their man getting hangry. Hangry is a carbohydrate spike and crash. You have the crash, you get hangry. Right? So like I said before, if you're an overweight person, you're feeling alone and scared and all these things, your kid's feeling it 2 times 50, the same thing goes for these biochemical processes. When you're having a sugar spike and a sugar crash and you're feeling really crappy, you feel like you need a cup of coffee, you just don't want to see anyone, all these moms posting on Instagram all the time. Instagram, don't talk to me before I've had my cup of coffee. Here's my meme. Don't talk to me before I've had my cup of coffee. Because you're grumpy because you haven't had sugar. It's not a caffeine thing. It's because your cup of coffee is a cup of candy. And you're not willing to admit that. So this is what you have to understand is your kids are going through this. Your kids are like, why do I feel awesome? Oh my God, that granola bar was amazing. And then 2 seconds later, they're like, I hate you, teacher. I'm not doing anything you say. This is crazy. I'm going to sleep right now. They take a nap on the desk, right? There's no chance. So you're making it harder for yourself. You have to understand that. So simplify. If you can simplify and you can fuel these kids in the right way with essential healthy fatty acids for sustained energy and no blood sugar spike, no blood sugar crash, no insulin spike from the pancreas. If you want to talk a little bit about science, let's not spike their insulin all day long. Let's keep them nice, even keeled. Believe it or not, I'd rather you give your kid bulletproof coffee for breakfast than give him Cheerios. That's right. Call the police. I just suggested you give your kid caffeine. If it's from whole ground coffee beans, from a wonderful source, absolutely. Give them a little bit. Much better than Cheerios, I promise you. Let them take a bite of a stick of butter and send them to school. That's better than Cheerios. Give them sustained energy. It's like a log on a fire instead of kindling. right? So let's help prevent these spikes and crashes. And simplify in the house. So when I first went paleo, what I did was I tried to take all my foods and make them paleo. Like I said, I would fry chicken. When I say these things like, oh, you're frying chicken in almond flour and avocado oil, I did it all. Or even worse, I would do a 30-day paleo challenge, crush a 30-day paleo challenge, and then be like, I'm gonna eat this entire cheesecake and I'm gonna drink some Jack and Coke and it's gonna be awesome. And then I would do it, I would flip-flop back and forth, right? Like I just didn't understand that this is like a way of lifestyle that I'm supposed to adopt and continue. Everybody always asks me about after 30 days, You wanna go back to your old way of life after 30 days? If I cut 18 pounds off you in 30 days, you wanna go back to your old way of life? You crazy person. Like, why would you do that, right? It doesn't make any sense. We can talk about introducing little things here and there, yeah, sure. But you have to think about it like, stop trying to fix, right? Stop trying to fix the traditional American diet and just replace it. It's broken beyond repair. If your diet and your child's diet is broken beyond repair, don't try to fix them, replace them. Replace the diet completely. Now, when I say to introduce something to your kids, what I'm saying is sit down and have a conversation with them. Again, not a dictatorship. People say my kids will resist. At first, yes, sure, they will resist. And they will ask you the why question. And you get to answer the why question. Treat them like an adult, have a conversation, and let them choose. Continue to let them choose what they want to eat, but give them very limited options. There's people always say this, I don't want to waste money. You say I need to clear out my house and clear out my cupboards, but like, shouldn't I just eat this food first? I mean, I already bought it. No, you shouldn't. Go give it to Goodwill. Put it in garbage bags and take it to Goodwill. Take it to a homeless shelter. Get it out of the house. Then there are no options. There was a girl in the academy that said this to me last week. My daughter said, Mom, where's all the food? And she said, what are you talking about? There's plenty of food in the house. So that girl ate venison meat. They had venison meat in the freezer, and she just ate deer meat. Because it's what was available. It's no longer this thing of you're holding a box of Hot Pockets and you're holding a chicken breast, and you're going, not anymore. Let me throw this in the trash in front of you because I'm a devil person, right? No, that's not what you do. Just remove it from the house. That's it. Make it nice and easy. So, for example, give them a few choices, but treat them like an adult and let them choose. Options for breakfast. Let's say you have, hey, you can have eggs, you can have bacon, you can have avocados, you can have macadamia nuts, you can have pecans, you can have paleo powder, you can have a digest and rest paleo powder for breakfast before you go to school. You get to pick. Nowhere in there did I say Cheerios or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's just not in the house. If you don't want to eat, you can fast. That's not a bad thing. Fasting is it's literally like the only fountain of youth that we have in this world is resistance training and fasting. But that's a whole different story, usually for grown-ups, right? For dinner, beef, chicken, turkey, salmon, tuna, fish, whatever, and a couple green veggies. Which one do you want? Pick. You still get to pick, little dude. I'm not going to dictate this for you. You get to pick whichever one you want. And then you go, I want fish sticks. We don't have fish sticks. I'm sorry. They didn't have them at the grocery store. I don't know. Say whatever you want, right? And use mental tricks. So you can gamify this stuff. Up until now, these kids have been manipulated by marketing companies, by teachers, doctors who didn't know any better. They didn't know they were being manipulated, but they were being manipulated in a really unhealthy way, right? Eat this fruit, it's good for you. Eat this fruit, it's good for you, right? So let's manipulate them in healthy ways. Gamify things. If you gamify things, you're going to get a better response than you would get from the dictator approach. So here's what I mean by that. Breakfast for dinner. If your kids are like 4 or 5 years old and you tell them that they're going to have breakfast for dinner, they're like, what? What is this craziness? I'm in the twilight zone. This is awesome. Yep. You get eggs and we're going to make bacon and you're going to have breakfast for dinner. Because it's just food. Eat food any time of day. Breakfast for dinner is a great way to do it. You can do this trick. I've done this with my nephew before. I bet you $2 I can eat more than you. Especially little boys, little competitive boys. Like he's 5 years old now, he's playing Little League, and you try to tell him, I'll bet you $5, I'll bet you $2, I'll bet you $1, whatever it is. I bet you $1 I can eat more than you. And you have a plate full of nothing but turkey and green beans. I bet you I can eat more than you. His eyes gonna light up. Okay, let's do it. Boom. Right? And then he doesn't even realize that he's eating something that's delicious. He's just wanting to win this bet, right? Another great thing that people do is taco night. I love, love, love the idea of taco night. So all you do is you throw a big taco night, you lay everything out like it's a buffet with spoons, you can put your this and that and the other thing in, and then mom or dad, parent, magically forgets tortillas, they forget the hard shell taco shells, they forget all of it. They don't go get Siete coconut tortillas, which are great, by the way, but you don't get those and instill the habit of you're still eating a taco because your little kid doesn't know the difference between that wrap and a non-coconut flour wrap, right? So that's the thing. Don't just instill these same habits over and over and over by trying to replace them and make them paleo. Do a taco night and have fun with it. Get messy with the food. Have a little food fight if you want to, right? But it's all 100% paleo options. You can do a taco night like that. It's very, very simple. So little things like that, gamify it. That's all you have to do. You can change your habits. Oh, wow. Okay. So you can change these habits little by little, okay? So if your kids are old enough to understand, I also highly recommend you check out the documentary Fed Up on Netflix. I heard that this is going to be there for a limited time. So watch Fed Up on Netflix. It's pretty awesome. Okay, I was going to tell you one little story I'll tell you about the wizard, Josh, and his transformation. He's got this thing with his kid, Liam, and he used Zevia because, yeah, there's Liam drinking Zevia. He used Zevia to change Liam's habits. The way he did that was, you get to have a snack now. Liam wanted a carbohydrate, sugar-filled snack. He said, no, you can have this turkey. We have turkey. You can eat turkey. Now I eat this turkey and you can have Zevia with it. So he drinks Dr. Pepper Zevia, which is totally allowed, and it tastes just like Zevia. That's him laughing and saying it tastes like Dr. Pepper. So now he knows there's a mental trigger. That anytime he wants Zevia, he's going to eat turkey too. So now he eats turkey and Zevia. And Josh asks him what he wants for dinner at night. What do you want for dinner? You can have this. And Liam says, eggs. I want eggs. And Josh makes a big deal out of it. This is awesome. You want eggs? Yeah, we're going to cook eggs for dinner, right? He can eat eggs every single meal. Literally. I've been eating eggs every single day for over 5 years. My health is pretty good. I promise you. They don't need all this crazy variety. If you take them out to McDonald's, you know what Liam's going to get. Every parent knows that. Well, this kid gets chicken nuggets. This kid gets a Big Mac. They want the same stuff over and over. You always tell me how picky your kids are. They only eat these certain foods. You only have to replace 4 or 5 foods. After a few weeks, they don't even know. Their little brains don't even know. They're just like, yeah, I eat eggs now. There's never any sugar in the house. Okay, cool. All right, anyway. So we banged all these out. We banged out, I will lose trust. I don't want my kid to be different. And this is going to be too hard. So we handled the too hard thing. It's actually much easier, especially once you get into it. It's much easier.